Welcome home, Radiant Creators. No, actually, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. All right, today has been an interesting day. It's kind of over. This video is pretty late today, but let's check things out. The market has told us something today. Let's see how things kind of close. I think the market's just closing now, the traditional one at least. So it is 4:25, Thursday, July 7th, 2022. Once again, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. The market is interesting. So, looking at FinViz here, the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500 all were up today. Dow 1.12%, NASDAQ 2.28%, S&P 500 1.5%. And that's not a bad thing. Looking at the S&P 500 map here, definitely energy was beautifully bright green, looking pretty good. Google showed up, Amazon did, Tesla, Apple. Nice day for the market, especially the energy sector of the S&P 500. All right, looking at a little bit more details on things, looking at U.S. oil spot here in the top left-hand corner that I'm seeing, we bounced off the 200 moving average. That makes sense. This is a daily chart. Oil was dumping pretty hard. That's a good thing for our gas tanks, but it doesn't exactly why that it was. Regardless of whatever geopolitical reasons that it did that, it wicked to the 200 moving average on the daily chart, and it bounced. Now we had a good green candle today. That's cool. Still under $100 a barrel, just barely $99.75. This is kind of good. I know it's odd. Not that I want oil to pump, go up per se, but it didn't make sense that it was dumping. I know we've taken a good deal of the strategic oil reserves and put those onto the U.S. market, but then again, we've also exported those to the EU countries and I think China also. So administration doing really, really strange things. And oil taking this dump here, it just kind of concerned me because I think it probably should be sort of mooning until a resolution to the proxy war in Ukraine. So when things don't make sense, they don't make sense. All right. So I look at it more closely. Looking at the dollar strength index, the DXY, it has been pumping like crazy. But as I've mentioned before, on what? So right now, I think this is the 7th. Has this started a new candle for the 8th yet here? No, not yet. So today it did slow down, indecisive doji there. So the monster pump that DXY has been doing, it kind of chilled out a little bit, and that's kind of a good thing because that allowed the it isn't like gold and silver really recovered. But we'll look at the market overall. In general, it's a better day for the world, crypto markets, etc. when the DXY is not pumping. When it's pumping, usually, I don't know. Let's just say that. That's the day that the Georgia Guidestones don't blow up. Actually, maybe that was it. the reverberations of the globalist Guidestones blowing up actually stopped the DXY from pure world supremacy. Anyway, S&P 500. We can see back here, of course, on FinViz that definitely S&P 500 had a good enough day. And looking at that, it broke back above the 20 WMA. That's pretty nice. Making a challenge for that 50 moving average. It is below the 200 and the 314, especially the 200 is really important. The 50 is really important. The green one here. So white's 200, green's 50 moving averages, but we are above the 20 WMA. So as far as immediate price action, it's nice to see the S&P 500 making a bit of a move up. Okay, because these days where it was opening with a gap and dumping, that really screwed everything up, including Bitcoin. Bitcoin does what the S&P 500 does. If I put the charts over one another, you could hardly tell a difference. US Tech 100, back above the 20 WMA, challenging that 50 moving average, found resistance there today, did not get above it, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Gold dumped, well, basically gold and silver. Let me look here at these days, 7th and 8th. Okay, so there's a new candle forming for the 8th. So really, today, they just didn't do anything. Unique little candles there, crazy little wicks going on. New candles have started. This is, they're 24/7 basically, and they ain't going anywhere either. So gold and silver extremely sideways. Tech 100 up a little bit. DXY, dollar strength index, chilling out from its massive pump, which was, a mixed blessing to some, not to others. Oil pumping again, that makes way more sense than it not. And like I say, DXY chilling out with its pump. That it not pumping makes way more sense than it pumping. And S&P 500 making a nice move above the 20 WMA. I like it. This is more what reality should look like. Okay. Now, looking at the magic poop cannon, he says things that he knows will hurt us, but he is truly, very, very accurate. I like following him. People can make fun of his name. I know he's called the magic poop cannon, but still, it's pretty groovy. He does good things. This is from earlier today, but he did mention looking at this was I believe I saw somewhere this was a 4-hour chart, or is this daily? Sorry about that. I thought I saw it was a 4-hour chart. Anyway, he just mentioned that Bitcoin is breaking out above the symmetrical triangle. That's kind of cool. I think this was. I can't say. I don't like when people don't put the time frame. What kind of time was this? This was. Sorry about that. This doesn't have quite as much context without the. I thought I saw 4-hour candles somewhere. Anyway, we'll take a look at that as we roll along. Bitcoin, 3 billion in volume last 24 hours. That's not very much, but at least it's above 3 billion. I like that. Looking at the cryptometer.io, it thinks we're at 4.9 billion in volume. So we're like 3 billion even versus 4.9 or basically 5. We're somewhere between 3 and 4 billion. Probably closer to 3 billion in volume. The Bitcoin explicitly. Looking at the top 100 cryptos, Bitcoin coming in at 21,637. That is epic. Looking at the top 100 cryptos, Aave is doing quite well today. Shiba Inu showed up for work once again. And how about Neo's doing well, 9.4%. In general, the market is more green than red. I like seeing that. So good to go. We got some coins finally making some real noticeable moves. It's a beautiful thing. We'll check out a few of these before we're out of here. Looking at the exchanges, so the spot trading volume on the exchanges, it's a mix of green and red today. It's just really neutral. It was greener earlier. So for whatever reason, Gemini is at 29% up. That's 24 hours. You can see the 7-day graph. We're beginning to peak up a little bit here on the big exchanges. I like seeing that. Tomorrow's Friday. That's where really things are going to get kind of volatile, I think. So be careful with your trades, and whatever you're doing, have a plan for things. This could be a pump or a dump weekend. Who knows? But I don't think it's going to be a sideways one. How about that? Pure 100%. High octane speculation based on nothing other than gut feeling. Okay, derivatives, Binance, 42 billion in longs and shorts with leverage. That's nothing. We got to be at least 50 billion for a good day. So really, there's just no spot trading volume right now. It's very, very slight. It's a mix of green and red on different exchanges. So overall, slightly trending up, looking at the 7-day graph here, but gird your loins. Really, we want to go into the weekend. We want to stay green, positive volume on these exchanges, or we're more likely to dump than not. Right now, Bitcoin's hardly holding 3 billion in volume. If we hit the weekend, if we hit Friday below 3 billion in volume, I would expect more of a short territory than a long territory. But right now, Bitcoin has moved to 21,646. Bet you didn't expect to see that today. All right, so longs versus shorts. 39% long, 60% short for Bitcoin on Binance. That almost to me assures that we're looking at short territory here. People are shorting. They figure Bitcoin's hit the top. It's hit that glass ceiling where it gets smacked down. And there you go. So definitely a short bias on Binance for Bitcoin. Looking at Ethereum, 41% short, 41% long, 58% short. So definitely, I mean, both Ethereum and Bitcoin on Binance, where the volume is short bias to an extreme. All right, but looking at Bitcoin versus USDT, we have some beautiful upwards momentum. We're riding the top of the RSI. This is a 45-minute chart. We are looking quite good. I like what I'm seeing. Directional index is in the green. ADX is in the right spot. Squeeze indicator is green. Binary candles are looking good. KRI is very, very good. Stochastic RSI is probably showing that we're probably overbought. Going to chill out some right now. And we're nice and far from the 200 moving average, as you can see here from this neat little histogram down there. You can see some definitely upwards energons here. You see these purple candles here. You see like 3 purple candles in a row, 3 or more. That is a very cool indicator. called Candles by Sam. Just search that on TradingView. You'll find it. I won't go into all the details about it right now, but downward velocity with 3 candles or more is yellow, upwards is purple. So you can change those colors if you want, but I kind of like where they're at. Right now, Bitcoin here in the 45-minute chart is riding the top of the RSI cave. It's definitely had some powerful energons recently, well above the 200 moving average. I like what I'm saying. We will probably retrace down to around like 2100 or 20. I should say 21,000 or 20,800 or 20,600. Probably going to find some, previous support resistance. Wouldn't surprise me if we came down right here to like 20,675 or so. Probably going to retrace a bit, but I think we'll stay around the middle of this RSI cave, which is right around 20,500, 20,600, 20,700, somewhere in there. We'll see how it goes. You could, if you want it. Could we do that? For fun, you could play with some. I'm gonna go a bit way down here. You could play with some Fibonacci sequences here. How's that look? That sticks pretty good. 21,149, 20,725, 20,382. Definitely all nice sticky spots here. The golden 618 golden pocket, definitely some support and resistance there, right around 20,039. So let's see how it goes. Right now, Bitcoin has not escaped the moving 8 average, which is kind of nice. If you can see this, this red moving average here, that's the 8. It's close to it. You never stay too far above or below it, or we have gone above the top of the RSI cave. So most likely those shorts are looking good. They're probably going to, if people are shorting, they're probably going to make a little bit of money because this guy's going to retrace. But also note this, the white moving average is 200. The purple is the 314. 200 is about to pop over the 314 here on the 45-minute chart. That is definitely, in my opinion, a very bullish thing. So it's all about how we're going to roll into this weekend. One thing I do like is that we have been above. The longer you're above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, the better the whole darn alt market does. And we've been above 2 days and 72 hours. That's over 48 hours above the 200 moving average. That is really, really glorious with a bit of some high energy pump going on right now. I like what I'm seeing. So Bitcoin today right now is looking good. Probably a short opportunity. Definitely going to, I don't see why it wouldn't continue up after it retraces a bit and pays those shorts off so the exchanges can have some liquidity. I like what I'm seeing. I just cannot complain. Nice looking chart. I'm just concerned. So much volatility recently. And of course, we're hitting the weekend. So beware, okay? Because, this weekend will not be uneventful, I believe. And it could be a pump weekend. It could be a dump weekend. I'll do my best to stay attached to this computer a little bit more and kick out some nice plays. Sorry, I try to get these videos out a little bit more consistently and early, but they're just a hobby. And, I have a beautiful, wonderful, extraordinary life, but I'm just darn busy, and it's hard sometimes for me to trade every day and get to this computer, but I'm going to do my best, or even better than my best, to get these consistent and let's make some money. So with that said, Aave, AAVE versus Tether. This is insane. This thing got the high energy going on today. It's been above the moving average. Kind of what Bitcoin did. As you can see, everything's kind of tied to Bitcoin. It took this dump right here, and then it recovered. So there's the dump. There's the recovery. It's above the 200 moving average. The 200 moving average is just crossed the 314, and you can see what happened here. For Aave versus USDT, when that happened, boom, I could see that happening when that happening for Bitcoin. So we could see some just crazy high energy pumps going on. It's sticking to the top of the RSI cave. It is above it right now, but it has returned to the 200 to the 8 moving average. That's nice. How the indicators look, nice and strong, nice and powerful. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I myself am not going to play this one right now, but I could tell you honestly, I think this chart and these indicators look pretty good. I think I'll wait because I think Bitcoin's probably going to retrace, and when Bitcoin retraces, Aave will go down a bit. It will retrace also. Let's see how it rolls. I wouldn't call this something to hop into yet. SHIB versus USDT. This really makes me extraordinarily happy because I know traders will sometimes give the diamond hands people a hard time, and they kind of deserve it. I mean, but just because someone's easy to make fun of and you have a lot of material that they give you by their silly actions, it doesn't mean it's right to make fun of them and give them a hard time. Enjoyable, self-indulgent, yes, but kind, no. So a lot of diamond hands really got wrecked as crap on SHIB. But right now, looking at the short time frame, we're holding above the 200 moving average. It dumped with Bitcoin as everything else did, but it got right above that 200 moving average once again, broke the 314. It pushed hard. So it's interesting seeing coins do this. It's above the top of the RSI cave right now. It's kind of far from the moving average, the 8 moving average. You can see it right there. So this guy is going to retrace. I can tell you right now, most likely. But this chart is strong. So charts like, really Bitcoin right now after it retraces, Aave, strong chart, SHIB, strong chart, let Bitcoin retrace. These guys are going to follow it. When they come back up, you're in business. I wanted to throw out 1 inch. I like charts like this. This I know is a little bit scattered, but what I wanted to like here, you always want to avoid with the SMU binary candles, which you can find over at radiantcreators.com. I have it linked to there. I think set it to yeah, just use the defaults. I think. Is there anything special that I've done to it? The SMU binary candles. Anything special? Rock length, whatever that means. 90 scale 10. There you go. Do that, okay? And fortune will follow you. So those might be the defaults, though. When you see this, be careful. This means really indecision. The SME binary candles are showing kind of velocity in one direction or the other for the candles. This just shows that it's sideways. It doesn't have a positive trend. But also, if you look here, it does no longer have a terribly negative trend either. So it's been struggling for a while. What I like about 1 inch right now is it pumped recently. I mean, it had a great run, but it's given a lot back. And now it has broken above this 200 moving average once again. And it's kind of holding that. I like that. It's looking good. It's not pushing top of the RSI cave too hard. I'm going to watch this thing for a 314 break and support above that and strong indicators. And this might be a play that I get into. 1 inch versus USDT. Let's just see what happens. A lot of people hopped in. It was an interesting play. So some people got in kind of around here. And, it's had some challenge. Definitely had some dumps. Gotten out would have been right around here. Most people would have gotten out right about there, or maybe even here. It's been really choppy. Kind of a hard play. But I'm just going over this because I know a good number of people who are into the 1 inch right now, either getting into it or they're either they sold and they want to get into it again or whatever, or they're got wrecked in it. They bought it here and now it's here and they're not that in the their trade is not as profitable as it once was. But anyway, maybe this guy's turning around. I do see that we have all, here by this diamond here, we have all green Madrid ribbons, and you can find that Madrid ribbons. They're over at bitcoindailyview.com. You can find the indicator. It's a free one on TradingView. The Madrid ribbons, it's called, or super guppy. Just take a look at the indicators. You'll find it. It's there. We got some nice purple candles here. We have a set of 3 here. We have a set of, this is definitely showing some upwards movement. This would be a great one to catch if it continues moving up. But I would watch out because right now, the indicators are not, well, they're not doing too bad. Directional index is in the green, ADX is in the right spot. I think there's a lot going for it. It is above the 200 moving average now. I like that. Of course, the white moving average right there. But watch out, though, because the 314 will definitely be something that it finds resistance on. So watch it to get above that and find support above that. And then I think maybe this could be one that just runs and runs and runs. 1 inch has a lot going for it. Now, because just because, and also CRO, CRO is up just recently in the last hour or so, is up like 5%. Maybe we'll look at CRO too. Let's look at some news real quick because it's fun. USI's direct war with Russia. Now watch out this weekend, okay? This article, it's RT, I know, but look, man, I'm telling you the truth. In the world of fake news, don't bust RT's balls. They don't fake news any more than any other fake news. Okay, so and they actually fake news a lot less than a lot of fake news. Okay, so this is an interesting article. I put it in the live chat. Watch out for this. I don't know what if this proves to be true and there's a good case for it. We'll see. Who knows? Here's Putin right here. It's the idea of NATO starting a ground war with Russia. He's like, bring it. But then again, let's look at the reality that Boris Johnson just got basically thrown out of the government. He resigned today, and I did not think we would see that. He, even after not losing a vote of no confidence, but not winning it, not crushing it, basically in that parliament there with Bojo, if you get a vote of no confidence to the floor, you've already pretty much lost. Even if you do win, it doesn't matter. Your party will usually toss you out. And he even said, I won't, because I'm a total globalist. My mission is to destroy. I'm not leaving, but one way or the other, he's gone. And it's been crazy over there in Britain. I mean, crazy. So just political theater beyond all comprehension, backstabbing, you name it. I mean, it's insane. So, that in a sense, that's the first, major world leader to fail to get thrown out of office. He stepped down, but, believe me, that door is going to hit him in the ass on the way out. So Bojo, he's gone. He's a casualty of this. And now this is probably dumbass saber rattling. I don't really see this happening, but just the fact that it's being floated, I don't know. RT and Putin did speak to it, and Putin's like, bring it. That's the face he made. Bring it. Beaches. And there you go. That could be a bad thing. Now, one of the reasons I think the DXY may have stopped pumping, meaning that globalist supremacy stopped for a moment, is right here from Akeda. This guy's great. Check him out at akeda.com. Pepe knows. Now, you know what? I've been watching some videos and I don't have them here. Maybe the next daily video I'll share them. But there are, really, really convincing research that's been done analyzing the video and such. It's very likely. Until it's proven otherwise, I'm going to say it sounds reasonable to me that it was a lightning strike that actually knocked this thing over. I don't know how often lightning shatters granite. I don't know. But it was either Pepe or it was lightning. And if it's lightning, that's just so biblical, and this is such an icon of pure globalist evil. Come on, every churchgoer is like, I just have a bit more faith today. That's God's wrath. Who doesn't want to see some God's wrath? You know what I mean? Seriously, I'm all for it. Robert Phoenix, an amazing astrologer, he mentions he looked at the stars for the moment, and he mentioned the Georgia Guidestones explosion, Mars in the 12th house. Someone wanted this structure down. Pluto square to Mars brings the thunder. Also highly destructive Saturn Uranus square. That's a big deal, man. Both those planets, they're moody. Oh my God. 12th house Mars equals hidden enemies, looking like an act of God, no matter how you slice it. And if it was, I think that will change the world. If God, even if it wasn't, if it was just this random lightning strike, doesn't matter. Close enough, right? If God, smited the Georgia Guidestones, no wonder the SPX, the DXY cannot seem to find its thunder today because God smited it. Anyway, I have I've got an interview over at Radiant Creators coming up this Monday with Larry C. Johnson. He's a cool character. He worked for the CIA for quite a long time. We're going to talk about current world events. Going to talk about Ukraine. Going to talk about all kinds of really cool stuff. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be fun. It's Monday kind of afternoon. If you can't, if you're not available to listen live, that's absolutely fine. But listen to it later if you so desire. I'll put it in the live chat. It's really going to be. It's going to be like a Shakespearean play. It's going to be gaudy, and it's going to be, it's going to be wonderful. We're gonna break this thing down. This is a smart man, definitely. So, Bitcoin truth seekers, I am glad you're here for the peaceful revolution. We seem to have God on our side, smiting icons of evil. It's a wonderful thing. So stay a Bitcoin truth seeker, unvaxxed, waxed, and ready to climax, just like this beautiful lady here. And I'll see you soon, Bitcoin truth seekers. I think good is winning. Let's see if it holds out this weekend.